Hey guys, I'm back for another market update. I'm trying some differences to improve the audio right now, so let me know how it goes in the feedback if you're interested. I'm trying to make the microphone a little further away, and I put a pop filter, or actually just a sock, on the microphone to prevent the pop, and I just drank some water. I might just drink some water during the video sometimes, even though there's a pause, just so my mouth doesn't get dry, because I've gotten comments on that. Alright, so Vivid Voltage is now pretty much a $200 booster box. It's at $195 right now. So yeah, it's pretty crazy. Like people, like it really should have been $200 like before this, but yeah, Vivid Voltage has been just at MSRP on Pokemon Center for so long. We are seeing some sales. If I look at the sales data, someone did buy for $195. So yeah, hasn't been too long since it was just being sold for just over Pokemon Center pricing. So it should continue to go up over time because it's just, there's no more of it super old. No one's expecting a reprint. Like there's no more Vivid Voltage. People have just spawned it all in the last couple of weeks. Especially if you watch the Pokemon Center stock videos and you notice that the stock levels just went down over time. Evolving Skies also rose. I guess I could show you the overview first. So, here it is. So I decided to write down all the prices again because at some point like you won't be able to see the original price. But the main differences were Vivid Voltage increased by about $10 over the last 2 days. Evolving Skies went up about 35 over here. Darkness Ablaze, that's not a big change, but it's been kind of stuck at the 195 for a while, so it's kind of back up to 198. And then Sword and Shield Base, even though it went up a few days ago, or rather like 5 days ago, it's coming back down and correcting. So, Darkness Ablaze is over here. We're seeing some more sales closer to, let's see, in the more recent times. And yeah, that's for Sword and Shield. Okay, so I want to talk about Scarlet Violet. This is sort of, I wouldn't worry too much about this one. I think it's just 1 or 2 sellers selling at this price. But yeah, Scarlet Violet base did go down a little bit. The main thing I'm interested in is Twilight right now. So Twilight, I noticed that the quantity, I'm seeing there's a good amount of supply or demand, and I've been watching it because it's been kind of stuck at this price for a while, ever since the 17th. So yeah, I see this 183 over here, but if someone were to just buy these couple of boxes, it could get back to 190 pretty quickly. And so I'm just looking, the quantity is 109, and that's lower than normal. It's close to that's close to 100. Obviously, people can add or reduce supply. But yeah, Stellar Crown's at 157, Surging Sparks at 182, but those are technically newer sets. So I look up Paldea. Paldea did have a supply influx for Safari Zone recently, but it is at 171. So it's just 100 is just relatively lower, and Twilight has a Greninja, and people aren't sure about reprints or whatever. It just, it might be time for it to run up a little bit, but I'm going to continue looking. But again, I like to look at for these signs ahead of time. Some notes on the other boxes. Stellar Crown has gotten a bit of a increase in demand recently. So usually it's around 20 or so boxes, and it's been 33 and 43. So the price has not increased that much, but I do notice in my Pokemon Center stock videos that the booster bundles are selling out quick. And once the booster bundles sell out, the pressure will be put on the booster boxes. And actually, Battle Styles is slowing down a little bit, so Stellar Crown might be picking up pace quite soon. And so I'm looking out for that, even though the price isn't increasing. I see other signs, Pokemon Center data, and this recent stock or demand increase. And Surging Sparks, it remained the same, but it is nice to see it remain above the 250 mark, because it doesn't do that very often. It did it here, but it kind of stayed the same as yesterday, but staying the same is pretty good because it hasn't really done this before. Prismatic hasn't really changed that much, If I look at the differences again, it's been very stagnant. Almost all the changes are less than $1. And almost all the changes are less than about 55 cents actually. I'm gonna drink some water. Okay. So yeah, there hasn't really been much change for that. It's just been stagnant. Like it's better than going down. But yeah, we are just seeing. Yeah, when I look at prismatic, again, I'm looking for signs of other things. So yeah, there has been a little bit increase in demand for ETBs. I think it's because people on rip and shippers do want to open it, and also some people, if you just buy one ETB, you probably do want to try to get that EV card. It's weird when I see people open cases of ETBs for themselves, because I'm like wondering if you need to really buy it, but it doesn't cost that much extra per ETB, and that EV card does have value, so I guess that makes sense. Yeah, I do see like little bits of demand increases for some products, but it doesn't apply for all products, so I don't want to act like it's a pattern for everything. But for the poster collections, there was a little bit of extra bought yesterday from 35.55. Prismatic. This one doesn't apply, but it's just the Pokemon Center ETB. It's just pretty stable. And then this Espeon 3-pack, or Sylveon 3-pack blister had a surge of demand yesterday. But when I look at the current quantity versus the amount being sold, it's still like 1/7. So yeah, we might see price increases soon, but I'd want the numbers to get closer to like this is lower or this gets higher. But yeah, I'm looking at some of the other products they haven't had that spike recently, so we'll see. 151, there weren't that many changes, but I'll just know a few price increases, but there weren't I didn't really see anything drastically different. The bundles keep oscillating, but yeah, it's around 66 again now. Alakazam boxes, I thought that was interesting. I've never seen it close to $50. I guess I saw it at 48 at one point. But yeah, usually it's not $50, so I think someone bought like a bunch of them yesterday. So the price increase, so there's a spike. But I don't know if there's anything that special about the Alakazam box. So yeah, but I just put the price difference there. Binder went up like $2, and the poster went up like 87 cents, which I don't think I've seen it above 34 since I've started tracking. So that was just noteworthy for me. Sometimes you have to just know when these price increases are actually significant. Like a really expensive booster box, if it goes up or down $20 isn't a big deal, but for this, this is based on like 87 cents is different compared to the normal trend for over the last like couple of weeks. I think this drinking water thing does help actually, so thanks. I actually drink a lot of water, but yeah, drinking it through the video, I do notice the dehydration aspect. Yeah, unsurprisingly, I don't talk a lot in real life sometimes. Okay, and Crown Zenith. So Crown Zenith still continue. Wow, there's a lot of Crown Zenith there. It still continues to see price decreases for the most part. I guess the Sea and Sky didn't drop anymore, but Sea and Sky dropped pretty heavy. It was at 120 at some point. I just see so many people getting it from Sam's Club, so there's just no way the price isn't gonna drop. Like the main reason it's dropping just because Pokemon is pumping out more. But yeah, packs have dropped from about like $7 back to $6.50. And so these are like the main things to get packs, and that's quite cheap because MSRP Crown Zenith is $5. So yeah, I obviously see this guy the obvious buy, but other than that, yeah, it's not that much higher than MSRP, and it's been out for over 2 years now. It's still pretty insane that even in this bull market, you can just get it for about like $1.30 above MSRP. And I know a lot of people just get it from they buy it from scalpers or they get on YouTube, Facebook Marketplace, like whatever. But you can still get Crown Zenith for a decent price nowadays. It's pretty insane because it's a really, really good set. But yeah, Crown Zenith. Oh, the only thing I saw though was the ETB went up to about 105 because they're not reprinting those. And yeah, I haven't seen it's been around like 100 for a while, but I haven't seen 105, so that's been a notable difference for me. Okay, Journey Together. I am seeing Journey Together prices go down a little bit. There aren't a lot of sales, so it's really a caveat, but booster boxes in particular, like usually it's around 220, 230. I see a bunch of like 210s over here. Like these are both 210. This is pretty expensive. I don't know why someone, but this is like $300. This is like a $200 one. Like that's pretty cheap for a booster box. And then there's this booster bundle for about 55. Yeah, usually it's 60. These are just like sort of some slight decreases, and I think this case here is about 1100 or less, which is like just different. Usually it's about like 1150 or 12. So I am in the booster box. It seems to be dropping. I am noticing, and it might be related to the battle partners that was recently released. So the Japanese alternative was officially released. The booster boxes are pretty expensive, because yeah, people are buying it out. I heard that they're going to try to print more, but right now the market price is about 100 something, like 100. This is 130. This is like 120. So about $120, I feel like, or I guess some of these are like yeah, probably $120, something like that. I was surprised by which cards were the most popular, but yeah, but the set seems to be a lot better than I thought it would be. I thought that there would be almost no good cards and no one would want it, and the only good card would be this restaurant. But this really surprised me. This restaurant's only $23. Yeah, and then so yeah, the most popular cards are like Lily's cards are very popular. This is $500. This is $285, like N 180, and then you get 100. But after that, you get like a few $50 cards. This one. Yeah, they are nice looking cards, and I was really surprised that this was so undervalued. I guess it's because Riambi isn't that popular, but yeah, like a lot of people are hyped about this. That's why like you have to just look at the actual pricing. Like people will have different opinions on the cards, but like once the value goes out, like there'll be different things. I also heard for this card there's like a weird misprint, or this misprint's on top of another end card. People think it looks pretty cool, but that's actually really high selling too. But yeah, I really thought some of these other cards would be more high valued, and maybe they will be in Journeys Together, but for battle partners they're not. And yeah, I guess I was wrong. Like these other cards, the trainer cards are the most popular, and then like Lily and Iono and N are the most popular. But anyway, that's it for today's video. Thanks guys, bye.